Hello friends, Jai Mata Di. Hope all of you are doing quite good. Now, today I'm going to tell you about palmistry, the basic lines in your palms, which is quite exciting as well as you should know it. You can judge your life, what is there in your future, and you can always, it's a very exciting thing, so you can always check out with others' hands too. I'll tell you about the basic lines, not going into very deep palmistry today. And there are basic three lines which are there in our hand: the lifeline, the headline, and the heart line. But we'll go a bit beyond that too. Three major lines. Your lifeline is the biggest deal. It indicates our health and the path in life you are going to take. But contrary to the popular belief, it does not dictate when you will die. Even if I notice at times when I see a client's hand, I notice the line is short, but I do not tell the person, because the first thing is the person is not prepared to hear this. And the second of all, it can grow longer or change its shape depending on how you change your approach to your health. This line's depth determines the ease with which you will go through the life. A deeper line means your life will be easier, and a lighter line means that your life will have problems to go ahead. If there are upward branches in the line, it means positive changes or recovery, and if there are downward branches, then it suggests negative changes to come in your life. A complete break, if you see in the line, it might mean an accident or a sudden massive change in your health. The second line, which is mainly discussed, is the headline. This is yet another major line, and it's actually considered the most important line within Chinese palmistry. Simply to put ahead, your headline, also known as the wisdom line, represents all things related to our brain and head. All mental things like our intelligence, our intuition, the strength, my willpower, and it can even show how you receive and react to any information or behavior of a particular person. There are a few general features to note before you get into nitty-gritty of this line. Waves imply creativity. If there are waves in this line, it implies that you are a creative person, while a single curve, if it's there, it indicates idealism and curiosity. You are very curious by nature. A completely straight line, if you have, then it might suggest meticulousness and practicality. But it could also reveal a materialistic streak, means you are not very emotional. The headline's length indicates how you approach to your decisions and actions in life. Longer lines will be more of a methodical thinker, while shorter lines probably belong to more impulsive thinker. If you have a deeper line, it means you have a great memory, while a faint line means you might struggle to focus, you lack concentration in life. Breaks could mean, if there are frequent breaks in your headline, it could mean forthcoming mental strife. You need to struggle a lot with your brain and heart. The third one of the most important lines is the heart line, also known as the love line. The heart line is the last of the major lines in the palmistry. Many believe this line only predicts your romantic love life. But I'll tell you, it can actually reveal how you deal with your emotions and how you approach all the matters of the heart, whether with a significant friend, other friends, families, or your social life. This line can start below your index finger or the middle finger, and its placement matters. A heart line that starts under the index finger foretells of a satisfying but selective approach to love, while one that starts beneath the middle finger might mean you are selfish in love or even insatiable when it comes to love and affection. A deeper line implies you invest a lot of time, meaning, and thought into your loving relationships, while if there is a faint line, you are more aloof or uninterested in love. A strong curve means you are comfortable expressing your feelings, and this one's important. Breaks do not indicate breakups. You always remember, because usually when you see breaks in your line, you usually feel that something is going to break in your relation. But the breakups indicate emotional issues within yourself. You have to struggle within yourself. Much like your heart line, there is another line called the relationship line. And this line, depending upon the hand, should not be read exclusively for romantic relationships. In general, this line reflects how you handle your commitment in any relationships, not how many committed relationships you will have. Certain systems of palmistry refer to this line as a soulmate line or the marriage line too. But these descriptions lead to deterministic interpretations which, as we have said before, aren't very dependable. A person can get another soulmate line on the side of their hand sometimes if they change certain things about themselves. A line in your palm can give you hints about your future relationship, but it's certainly not the final word. Now, what should you look for? A deeper, longer line indicates that you enjoy a long-term commitment with your partner. And whereas a fainter or a shorter line means you may experience your share of on again, off again relationships. It might suffer very frequently. The next line, which is a little tricky line, which we may call it, is the fate line. Some believe it never changes, and usually you won't find this line in many people's hands. And it is also called as the destiny line. It will tell you that it can very easily change throughout your life. Either way, it represents what may influence your path in life, from your career to your personal choices to your ancestral life. Watch out for the sensations in this area of the palm, because usually you see there is an itching sensation whenever you want to begin a new work or a new business or something. There is an itching sensation in your palm. Right before you change your job, or you're thinking about changing your job, the middle of your hand is going to get pretty itchy. So right around your fate line, you have to keep an eye out for the urge of this scratch. If you have a scratch in your left hand, it might tell you that you are going to succeed in your work. A scratch in your right hand might mean that you are going to lose your job. Breaks will indicate bad luck or major losses. A double line may indicate particularly successful career. Now, when we talk about the health line, although you should watch your lifeline for your overall health, the health line can indicate what you are like as a healer. You are more likely to have a visible health line if you are supportive or a natural caretaker. People in healing or service professions, meditation and all, they too have a clearer line. So you must check out how your health line is. If you don't have a proper health line, it's time for you to take care of your health and be a natural healer. Breaks in this line can mean an ill loved one or an illness in yourself. A frayed line represents an illness to become and gone. The next line which we usually talk about is the Semen line. Now, this line occurs when the love line and the head line actually connect. It doesn't appear in everyone. In other words, it's pretty rare, which makes sense given its significance. People with Semen line have a hard time separating their emotions from their actions or decisions, which is certainly harmful in a particular way. The presence of a Semen line could suggest a controlling personality, particularly in relationships. If this line appears in both the hands, Semen lines, actually the Semen qualities may be more loudly pronounced. Let's come down to the bracelet lines. These lines, which yes, technically do not appear on the palm, reveal the balance between your physical, mental and spiritual self. Most people have these bracelet lines, though some may have four. A fourth line means a very, very long life. When we talk about the bracelet lines in women, as the first line can sometimes indicate the state of your gynecological health. If you notice a a gap or a branch in this line, then really you should be going to a doctor. Now, when you see solid, deep lines, they suggest a prosperous and a healthy life ahead. Missing lines, fewer than 3, could indicate poor health or grave circumstances approaching in your life. So today we have talked about the basic lines, the health lines, the headline, the heart line, and the lifeline. Look out for more. I'll tell you about the rises, the Venuses, the length of the fingers, and we'll be connecting more and more for more exciting news about palmistry. Take care, friends. Love you all. Keep sharing with your friends and family. Love you all, friends. Take care. Keep yourself subscribed so that we may keep connected through the upcoming videos. Love you all. Take care. Jai Mata Di and Bam Bam Bholenath Ki.